or you drag that into the columns or rows and change the aggregation to count.
Then
Change the aggregation to count. And that's it. Similarly, even for customers. Okay. And drag the profits and sales. Okay, so this is individual access.
okay.
Any other doubts?
No doubts now.
Okay. So let's start the remaining. So we are done with individual access and blended access, right? So let's do how to do the dual access. So what is dual access is? Dual access is comparing two measures in a single pane with individual access. So accesses will be separate again, okay, but it will be in a single pane. What does that mean? So let me open my Tableau. Okay, so here the task is same, whatever we have done using individual access and the blended access, the same task, let's do it using dual access. So year wise total profits and sales. Okay, so this task we'll see it in all the three ways. First, let me create it individual access. So drag the order ID, order date, and sales and profits, right? So this is individual access. So let me swap it and take the entire view. Okay, so this is individual access, year wise total sales and profits. Now the same task, let's do it using blended. How to do that? So same, drag the order date and drag the sales. Okay, so how to create the blended access?
And profits to
Hmm.
the sales
So
line.
we need to drag the second measure to the existing axis.
Existing was okay.
So this is dual axis, blended axis. Okay, so here if you see, we have it again panes, right? 16, 17, 18, 19, and here it is showing what? It is showing both the values in single axis, correct? So sales is showing it in orange color and the profits are showing it in blue color with a single axis. Okay, so let's do the same task using dual axis. So drag the order date similarly, and now drag the first measure as usual. Okay, so let me swap it and take entire view. Okay, so the second thing, to create the dual axis, you have two options. Okay, like drag the second measure, like for the blended axis, you are dragging this measure into existing axis, correct? It will create blended axis. But to create the dual axis, you need to drag the second measure into opposite to the existing axis. So here we have the sales, right? Drag this side, so you will get it single bar like this. Okay, see the symbol, so you will get the single bar like this and drop it there. See, it is dual axis. So you have the axis sales separately, profit separately. Okay, so what does that mean? See, if you can observe here, it is dual axis, like the edges are combined, correct? So 1 second. Okay, so if you see the symbol here, they are combined, right? They are not the round ended ones. So the pill, this is called pill. Okay, so the pills are joined, so that indicates the visualization is dual axis. Okay, so if you can observe that for blended axis, you won't find anything. If you observe that for individual axis, you will find rounded ended bars. Okay, so it doesn't have any like merger kind of, but when you create the dual axis, the pills will get merged, sum of sales and sum of profits. So if you see, the legends are showing here, profit is in blue color line, right, and the sales are in orange color line. Okay, so sales is having separate axis, profit is having separate axis, but we are comparing it in a single view, like single pane. Okay, so it also creates the individual mask card, like how the individual axis creates the extra mask card. So similarly, even this also will get created. Okay, and using the dual axis, you can compare only two measures. Okay, you cannot compare more than two measures. That's the reason the name itself indicates it is dual. Dual means two, right? So dual axis. Okay, so this is one way of creating. So the other way of creating it is, other way of creating dual axis is, so drag the year, okay, and drag the sales, like first measure, into the columns, and drag the profit. Like first create the individual axis like this. Okay, so after creating the individual axis, then make it dual axis. Okay, so let me swap the view and take the end view. This is individual axis. How to make it dual axis is, just click on this arrow. You have an option here called to choose dual axis. Okay, so just click on it. See, dual axis is created. See, the fills got merged. Okay, so you can see that. So this is, we just dragged the second measure, like let me remove. So drag the second measure opposite to the existing axis. This is one way of creating, like directly we can create the dual axis. Otherwise, we can simply drop here and we can select here dual axis. Okay, so this is how we create the dual axis. So let's see the other example as well. So month wise, number of orders, number of customers. So how to get the month first? We don't have the month directly, so drag the order date and then get it to the month level. Okay, and remove this year and quarter because we are not asking that. So now we have the month. So month wise, number of orders. So how to get the orders? Like just now I told you, either you drag the order ID into dimension, like into columns, and get the measure type like aggregation type as count, or simply you can drag this into measures like this. See, it will take count. Okay, but when you are doing it, don't do it directly. First create a duplicate, because what happens, sometimes we may need it as a dimension. Okay, so duplicate it, and this copy you can just drag it here. See, now you can drag this, so it will take count. So it has taken count distinct. It's all up to you, your requirement, whether you want to take it count distinct or count. Okay, so there are two ways again. So drag the order ID and change the aggregation to, like, take it into measure, drag, do the aggregation as count. Okay, so this is also way you can do it. So next, month wise, we have the number of orders, and what is that we need? Number of customers. So same thing for customers, right? So drag the customers into visualization. Okay, so take the aggregation as count. Here you cannot apply sum, right, and average. Why? Because these are, if you convert this customer name into the aggregation, like into the measure, this will become semi-additive measures. Okay, it will give meaningful output only with few aggregations. Those are minimum, maximum, count, count distinct. You cannot apply here average, say sum. Okay, so that's the reason this will become semi-additives. So just take a count of it. See, now you have count of customers and count of orders. So that means number of orders, number of customers, but it is in a individual access. So how to make it dual access? Just click on this drop down and select dual access. Okay, see, now the dual access is created. So let me swap the view and let me take entire view. Okay, so this is how you can show the customer count, which is showing it in red. So it is exactly same. Is it taken or what exactly? 1 second. So count of customer, correct. Count of orders, correct. So even you can swap this fields. Okay, so the values it has taken exactly the same, because number of customers and number of orders will be the same, right? So that's the reason it has taken both. Like the, if you see the colors here, right, count of customers is showing it in red color, and the other counter of order ID is showing it in this color, but it exactly in the behind, so it is not showing. You can interchange this pills, like drag this from the first to last. So what happens, whichever is there behind, it will come to the forward. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so this is how you create the dual access. Okay, so this kind of problems how we will solve, I'll tell you. Okay, so when the values are same and it is taking the same, so I'll show you. There is a next other tasks, so how to handle this, we'll see that. Okay, so this is about dual access. There are two ways to create. One is just select it here, or you can just drag it to the next, to the existing direct axis, opposite to the existing axis. So these terminologies are very important. Okay, So when someone asks what is dual axis or how to do the dual axis, so what is dual axis first? So dual axis we use to compare two measures in the single pane with individual axis. Okay, and how do we create? So we'll drag the dimension and the first measure into the visualization, and the second measure we will drag it into opposite to the existing axis. Okay, so that will be the technical explanation. So that's how we create it. Month-wise number of orders. So if you see here, if we see all of these three, so individual axis is what? It will create individual pane, individual axis, and individual mask card, right? So it will create individual axis for each measure, it will create individual mask card for each measure, and it will create individual axis for, individual pane for each measure. But when it comes to blended axis, it will create multiple panes, but the axis is single and the mask cards are single. But for dual axis, it will be single pane, but the axes are individual and the mask card is also individual. Okay, so there will be a separate mask cards and axis. So when to use dual axis and when to use blended axis? Okay, so blended axis is useful when the axis has same scale units, but dual is useful when the axis has different scale units. Okay, so the units should be the same, like if it is in thousands or if it is in percentages, right? So when the units are same for both the measures, then the blending is helpful, but because it will show it in the single axis, right? But the dual is useful when the units are having different axes. Okay, so this is about individual axis and dual axis and blended axis, like working with multiple measures. There are three ways. So other than that, we have combination chart. Okay, so what is combination chart? So combination chart is if we are combining different charts in a single sheet, then it is known as combination chart. Okay, so this combination charts can be created either using dual axis or individual axis. Okay, we cannot create combination charts using the blended axis, because blended axis will not create additional mask cards. We use mask cards to create the combination charts. Okay, so if you want to have the mask cards, then your visualization should be individual or dual, because those will create separate mask cards, but blended will not create the mask cards separately for each measure, so we cannot create combination charts using blended axis. Now let's do this first task. Okay, so we'll come back to the previous task. So what is the first? State wise total sales and profits. So drag the state into the visualization. Now we have the states, and let's drag the sales. Okay, and let's drag the profits using individual axis. So this is individual axis, right? So sales and profits, so both are showing it in bar chart. All right, but I want sales to be shown in bar chart and profit should be shown in maybe line chart. I want to combine two different charts. I don't want to show both bar chart. So how to do that? So whatever you wanted to change, you have to choose that mask cards. So go to the sum of sales. So what is the sales you wanted to show it as? Bar chart. So it is taken bar chart, leave it as. And go to the next mask card, that is profit mask card. Here it is again taken as a bar chart, but what is that you wanted to show? You want to show it as line chart, right? So select the line here. See, so we are using bar chart and the line chart in the single visualization, right, in the single sheet. So that's why it is called combination axis. So if you go to the previous example, like where the values both are same, right? So here the order ID, I want to show it in bar chart. See, now you can see the both the visualizations. Like the line chart is indicating the customer count and the bar chart is indicating order count. Okay, so likewise you can combine the two charts. So the difference between the individual and dual axis here is, so this is dual axis, right? So if you see here, it is dual axis. So when you use the dual axis, it both will combine. But when you do that in the individual axis, see the axes are separate like this, but the charts will not get merged. Okay, if you make it as a dual axis, so just click on this and use a dual axis. See what happens, both the charts will show it in a single way, but here the sales are showing it in circle chart. So go to the sales, here it is showing circle, so change that to bar. Okay, see, so you have the bar chart and the line chart both in a same. Even if you want to take instead of bar, if you want to take it in the area, you can do that. Okay, so likewise you can combine the visualizations. So this is combination charts, because we are using line chart, bar chart, area chart. So whatever the charts we want, we are using, and this can be possible using mask cards, and mask cards can be created only using individual axis or dual axis, not with blended axis. Okay, so if we see, let me take a region wise. Okay, region wise sales, let me take it entire view. So here region wise sales is there. Next I want to show region wise profit, individual axis, and region wise quantity I want to show individual axis, and region wise discount. Okay, and region wise profit ratio, and yeah, so these are the things I wanted to show. Okay, so here sales I want to show it in line chart, profit I want to show it in bar chart, quantity I want to show it in area chart, discount I want to show it in maybe square chart, and profit ratio I want to show it in circle chart. So how to do that? Now go to the each mask card. Don't change anything in the all, because this all is belongs to all. If you do change here, all mask cards will get changed accordingly. Okay, but here we want to separate, right? So if you take it here line chart, see everything will become line. If you take it area, everything will become area chart. Okay, so leave it as it is, but go to the individual mask card like sales. I want to show it in what? Line chart. Okay, I got the line chart. Then profit, go to the profit mask card and take it into the area chart. Okay, and quantity I want to show it bar, so leave it as it is, and discount I want to show it in square, so leave it. Okay, and profit ratio I want to show it in circle chart. See, likewise you are using line chart, bar chart, area chart, circle chart, square chart. Okay, so 5 different measures, 5 different charts. That's why it is called combination charts. Okay, and even if you want to apply some color, if you want to apply some size, everything, you have to do it individually if you want it in a different way. Okay, so go to the sales. Now I want to show the sales in a different way, right? So what you will do, drag the sales into color. Okay, so when you drag the sales into color, see what happens, the least values are showing it in light color, and the higher values, see the higher values are showing it in thick color, right? When you drag the measure, and if you want to increase the size for this line, you can do that. Okay, see, you can observe now the difference. So the small values, like least values, are showing it in light color, and when the number is increased, when the value is increasing, it is showing it in dark color. And if you want to change the color, right, you can do it here. So go to edit colors. Here it is taken blue. If you want to show it in the green, take it in the green. Click on apply, click on OK. See, it is showing light green and dark green. And for example, for profits, if you want to change, so go to the profit mask card and here drag the profit into color. Okay, see, now the profit colors are changed. So if you want to change the color, you can do that. Go to edit colors. If you want to show it maybe in the red, so just click on apply, click on OK. See, so it is showing it in a red color. And for quantity, and if you want to, you cannot change the size in the area charts. Okay, so whatever the default size, it will be the same. And go to the quantity. So for quantity, if you want to show the colors, just drag the quantity into color. Okay, see, it is showing the higher values in thick color and the lower values, like least values, in light color. Okay, so if you want to change that size, you can do that, like the bar size will get changed. Okay, and color also you can change it. So go to edit colors and select whatever the color you wanted to show. Okay, so maybe orange. So just click on apply, click on see. Now the higher values are showing thick color and the lowest values are showing it in light orange color. Next, if you want to do modifications for discount, so drag the discount into the color. Okay, and you can make the changes in size. So whether you want to increase or decrease, can do, it's up to you. And even the color, so if you want to be in the same color, leave it as it is. If you want to change the color, you can do it, the color change here. Okay, so click on apply, click on apply, see. Okay, and for profit ratio also, so go to the profit ratio and drag the profit ratio into color. Okay, and if you want to change the size, you can do that. And if you want to leave the color as it is, leave the color as it is. So here it is created every mask cuts, right? So if you want to keep it, you can keep it. If you want to remove it, you can remove it. Okay, so you can just drag them into this empty space if you want to keep them. If you don't want to keep them, you can simply remove them. I'll show you how to remove. See, now you can utilize the space, right? So the visualization looks better when you have the space complete. If you don't want at all, just click on this, hide the card. Okay, so just click here, hide the card. Click here, hide the card. So all the cards will get hide. So this is how you create the combination charts. So any doubts in this and the dual axis?
No.
How to hide?
Okay.
How to hide? Can you show once, please?
Give me 1 second, I'll just come back. Okay, yep. Tell me now.
So I was asking like how to hide the card.
How to hide the cards. So just click on the arrow, you will get that hide card. So if you want to get them back, so go to the maybe analysis. Okay, and you can see here the legends, right? So here you can select color legend. So you got it for average discount. And again go to analysis, again go to legends and select the profit. So you can do it like one by one like this. So you can get back all the legends if you need it. If you don't want, two options, either go to the legends here, you can uncheck this, so that will go out. Okay, so go to analysis, legends, and if you don't want the profit legend, you can uncheck that, or you can simply drag it here, like click on this arrow here, you have the hide card. Okay, so just click on this hide, so that card will get hide. Clear?
Yes.
Okay, any other?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, one more thing. It was a before concept. Like we did the count to count the customer ID. You asked it's better to make a duplicate, correct? So can
Yeah.
you just go in step sheet number 3? Like I just missed that. Like how you first we need to send to the rows or column, or directly we can do in the dimension and measures to
That's what I
duplicate.
said. Like again, it is having two options. If you want to get it, you can just create a duplicate and drag that into the measures. So by default, the aggregation will apply as count distinct.
Okay.
Okay, like how it will apply for sum, average, and all, right. So for this converted dimension, it will take aggregation as count distinct. So you can see that, right? So when you drag it, it will take count distinct. That is one way of doing it. Otherwise, you drag the dimension directly into rows or measures. So where is that we have used? Yeah, so here. So you drag the like I'm removing this customer name. Okay. So I'm dragging the customer name here into the rows directly, and here I'm taking it as measure and the count as a aggregation. Then what happens? It will go like this. So here we were showing customer count in line chart, right? So we can go to here and take it as line chart. And if you make it a dual axis, you can do it. Okay, see, if you see, the lines are behind the bars, correct? So that's why it is not showing clearly. So if you want to change the order, like background to front, front to background, you can just interchange the pill. See, now the lines have come into the forward. Okay.
So here, whatever the dimension we drag it, it will become count by default, correct?
It will become
Count.
count. It all depends on what you are using, because if you drag the order date, it cannot take, it may not take count, right? So it all depends on the, that's why we discussed what are the measure types, like additive measure, semi-additive measure, and non-additive measure, right? So there may be some fields which is non-additive measure. So for them, it will not take any aggregation, but there may be something which are semi-additive, right? So Tableau will suggest you these all are the measures you can apply. That's what I said you. So here if you see on the customer name, if you go to the measure, it is showing only how many minimum, maximum, count, and count distinct. Only 4 aggregations you can apply, so that it will give you meaningful output, right? But if you go to the other example like sales or profit, even these are measures, right? So if you go to the measure here, see how many aggregations you can apply. You can apply sum, average, median, count, count distinct, minimum, maximum, percentile, standard deviation, variance, right? So many you can apply. So if it is showing like all of this, that means these are additive measures. So if it is showing aggregations only few, like count, count distinct, minimum, maximum, then these are semi-additive measures. So if it is not showing any aggregation, then that means that is a non-additive measure. Okay, so it all depends. So you can drag it and see, or you can just because year or order date you cannot convert them as a measure. Okay, so I'm dragging the year here. So if you click on here, see, you don't see measure. So what is the measure again here? It is showing count, count distinct, minimum, maximum. So that means even this order date, even the date field is a semi-additive measure. Okay. So depends on your requirement, you can apply the aggregations.
So whenever we are getting the measures functionality, all the functions, then it is a individual measures. If not, if only we are getting partially, then it is a semi, and if we are not getting at all, then it's a
non-additive. Yeah. Clear?
Yep.
No. So if you see, so we have the other task. So let's do this task. You guys tell me how to do this. Okay. So what is the task? Country wise, with category wise, subcategory wise, total order quantity in the form of circle chart, and color code with subcategory. We need to color code it with subcategory, and number of customers in area chart, and the color code should be with customer count. So how to do this? First,
Category
what
wise,
is that we
drag
need?
the category
First,
wise.
take the category
Category,
into
okay,
the options and subcategory again.
get the subcategory, okay,
So, total order quantity
yep.
as
So
measure.
total order quantity, we have here quantity, so drag
Yes.
that and put it in the chart. Okay, next,
In the form of circle means
We have to change that into circle by going to the auto marks card.
so just change it into circle chart. Okay,
We have received the first
and
requirement.
color code as well.
so we need to color code it with subcategory. That means drag the subcategory into color. So each subcategory will show it in a different color. Okay, next.
Now we have to drag the customer ID.
So now we need to drag the customer name. We don't have customer ID. If we have the ID, we can drag even that. So customer name into the measures, and we need to take it number of customers, right? How to get the number of customers? So just go to the measure and the count. So we have here count of customers. See, count of customers we have and the quantity we have. And then what is the next?
In area chart.
Make
So
the
this customer count should be in area chart.
color code.
Okay. So go to the customer chart and select this chart type as area.
Area. Yes.
Okay. Next.
And color code with customer count.
And color code with customer count. That means, hey, here again we have two options. Like how we did it here, you can do the same thing. Like drag the customer name into color.
Okay.
So one thing, before dragging that, if you see, it is already color coded with subcategory, and this is the chart for customer name, right? Why it is taken is because we have done it here in the all. Okay. So when you drag it into all, it will affect in all the mascots. So first, just remove that from the customer chart, customer mascot. Okay. So just remove it. Now see, it is not having any color code. Now you drag the customer name into color, add all the members. Okay, so it is showing all the members. Here you can change it to count. Okay, this is one option. What is the other option is, since you have already taken here count of customer name, right? So hold the control button and drag it. So what happens when you hold the control button, it will create a copy of it. Okay, so hold the control button and drag it and put it into color. See, the same thing. Okay, so two options. One is drag the customer and change it to the count one way, or since you have already done that, just hold the control button and drag it. If you are not holding the control button, see, it will replace it. It will not be there in the dimension, right? In the columns it is not there. So just do the control undo. Now hold the control button and drag it into the color. See, so it is created some copy. So this is how we create, like category wise, subcategory wise, total order quantity we have it in circle chart and color coded with subcategory, and number of customers in the area chart, and we have color coded with customer count. Okay, so if you don't want this, just hide the card, and if you want to keep this, you can keep it here in the empty space. So you have a better space, like take it the entire view. Okay, so if you want to make it a dual access,
We just need to click on the quantity and go to the dual.
so it can be done in both, like even either you can click it on the customer name also, you have the option. Okay, or okay, so here you are not seeing it. Okay, so click on this quantity. See here we have the dual access option. Just click on the dual access. See, now it is made dual, right? So swap the view if you want. See. So area chart is showing the customer count, and this circles are showing subcategory wise quantity. Okay, and if you want to reduce the size of it, so you can go to the quantity, go to the size and reduce the size of it. Okay, so like this. So this is combination chart. We can combine the charts, or we can combine multiple charts in single sheet, and that can be happen either with the individual access or with dual access. If you do the dual access, it will merge both the charts like this in a single view. If you are doing it in the individual access, then it will show it like this. Okay. Yeah, and if you see, the other thing I want to show you here is, so if you see here, what is it showing in the tooltip? The tooltip is showing what is the category, that is furniture category. Okay, what is the subcategory, that is furnishings. What is the count of customer name, that is 957, and what is the quantity, 3563. But it is showing it in where? It is showing it in the customer count area, right? So when I want to see the customer area, I don't want to see the quantity, correct? So if I place at this circle, the circle shows the order quantity, right? So when I take the order quantity here, then it has to show me only order quantity. Why I am seeing the customer name and customer count here? That's 617. Okay, so if you are okay with it, leave it as it is. If you are not, then you need to edit the tooltip. Okay, so go to the tooltip option here, right? So each mask card will have the tooltip. So just click on the tooltip, copy this entire thing. Okay, or else go to the all, right? So there is all button here, all mask card, go to all here and just copy all of this. Okay, after copying, remove it. Now click on OK. Now if you see, the tooltip is not showing anything because we have removed it, right? How to get that? Now go to the customer name mask card and go to the tooltip, just paste them here and keep it whatever you wanted to see. Like, do you want to see the category? Leave it. Subcategory you want to see? Leave it. And this is customer mask card, so you want to see the count of customer? Leave it. But quantity you don't want, right? So remove that. Okay, and here you can even do the formatting, like if you show the title, right? So you can see the preview now. So what is the preview? It is showing category furniture, subcategory accessories, count of customer name 68, right? So here if you want to see, instead of count of customers, if you want to show number of customers, you can type it, number of customers. Just see the preview. See, now it is showing number of customers, and O is capital here. I don't want O capital. If I want to put small, just put it smaller. See the preview. Okay, number of customers, subcategory and category. And if you want to highlight them, right? So you can change the color. You can increase the size bit. You can put it bold, italic, underline, whatever that you wanted to make the changes. You can do that. And similarly, you want to see the, like if you see the preview now, see category, it is showing it in whatever the format we have made, right? And similarly, if you want to do the same for subcategory, you can do that, like increase the size, make it bold, italic, underline, color, whatever you want. Okay, it's not like mandatory everything you need to do. See? And similarly for number of customers. Okay, if you go to the preview, see category, subcategory, number of orders it is showing. And if you want to format this also, like furniture, right? So the values, so even you can do this, bold, italic, underline, and whatever the color you want to make it, and you can increase the size. Okay, same thing you can do. Like if you see now, preview, see the category is furniture. Even furniture is also showing it in the formatted way. And if you want to show the subcategory, so show it however you want it. Okay, and just see it is showing accessories in whatever the given format, and even this also count of customers. So if you want to show it in the bigger size with whatever the color you wanted, like black, okay, and bold and underline. So now you see the preview, see number of customers, it is showing it in 68, right, whatever the format we are given. So click on OK. Now if you place it, see, it is not showing anything in this circle. Why? Because we have added this tooltip formatted in customer count mask card, right? So if you go to the customer count, see here it is not showing the order quantity. Before it was showing order quantity also, here now it is not showing because we have removed it, right? Now go to the quantity and see the tooltip. Now nothing is there, so we have already copied it, so just paste it here. I don't want to see this customer count, correct? So delete that. And now if you see the preview, it will show only category, subcategory, quantity. It is not showing number of customers. Okay, so if you want format, you can do it, otherwise leave it. So click on OK. Now if you see here, if you place the cursor in the circles, that is showing category is office supplies, subcategory is binders, and the quantity is 5974. And if you just put the cursor in the area chart, so it is showing category as office supplies, subcategory is binders, number of customers is 1523. Okay, so likewise even you can format the tooltip. So here, okay, so when you do it in the all, what happens? It will take everything. So don't do it in the all. So just copy whatever is there in the all tooltip and remove them. Click on OK. Okay, and do the individual formatting, like in the individual mask card. Any doubts? Okay, so the other task, let's see. Yeah, any doubt? Someone has doubt?
No.
Okay. So now how to do this? Month-wise sales in line chart. How to do that?
Month-wise total sales in line
First,
chart.
let's get the month. So drag the order date and drill down it to month level and remove the year and quarter. Okay. Now we have the month-wise. What is that month-wise we have to show? The total sales.
Total
So
sales.
drag the sales. Month-wise sales, we are showing it in line chart. Perfect. Next,
Okay.
let
Average
me
sales.
swap it and take the entire view. Okay. Next, average sales in bar chart. How to take that?
Sales again.
So we need to drag the same measure again. We can drag same measure multiple times if the requirement is that. Okay. So I can drag the sales again into the dimension, like into the rows.
Rows.
Now I have it again. It is taken by default sum of sales. But what is that I want? I want
Average.
average sales here. So just change it, the aggregation to average. Okay. So one is sales, sum of sales in line chart. Second one is average sales, that should be in bar chart. So how to get it? Now go to the average sales mask card and change the chart type to bar. Okay. Next, minimum sales in circle. So how to do that? Again, drag the sales into the visualization and change the aggregation to minimum. Okay, so we have it here, minimum. Okay, and that has to be in circle chart. So go to the minimum sales mask card and chart type you change it to circle. Okay, Next, maximum sales in square. So again, drag the sales into the visualization and convert that diamond like aggregation into maximum. Okay, and change that to square chart. So go to the maximum sales mask card, change it to square. Okay, so this is the visualization is made. And you can do the formattings, right? Like color you want to apply, you can apply, and size you want to change it, you can do it. So all those formatting, and even the tooltip formattings. See, if I place in the average sales, it is showing everything, right? Month of order date is January, and average sales it is showing, maximum sales it is showing, minimum sales it is showing, and even sales value also it is showing. So if you place the cursor here, see here also it is showing everything. Average sales, maximum sales, minimum sales, and sales. So I don't want that. So I want to show wherever I am placing cursor, it has to show the values only for that. How to do that? First, go to the all mask card, go to the tooltip,
and copy all.
copy all of this and delete it. Okay, and click on OK. Now nothing is showing here because we have removed it. Now go to the individual mask card like sales, go to the tooltip, paste it there, and here whatever you wanted to see you can see it. Like if you want to see month of order date, or just if you want to see it as a month, you can do it, up to you. Okay, okay, so month. And what is this mask card? Sum of sales, right? So I don't want all of this, so just remove it. Okay, so now you see the preview, it is showing month and sales, but month there is so much of gap, so you can remove. Okay, so just look the preview, month and sales it is showing proper, so click on OK. Now if you see, it is showing only the sales value. Okay, so here it is not showing anything. Now go to the average sales, tooltip, now paste it and keep only the average and remove all of this. And if you want to show it as a month, keep it only a month and remove everything. Okay, so look at the preview. So month and average sales it is showing. Click on OK if you go. So here it is showing only month is a May and the average sales is $211. Okay, similarly do it for minimum sales and maximum sales. So go to tooltip, paste it, take only the minimum sales here. So it is not mandatory. Okay, so if you are okay to show every value, then you are fine, no need to change anything. But if you want to show only like that, you can take it. Okay. So minimum sales are showing only minimum sales value, and for maximums also same. So just keep only the max. So just click on OK. Now if you see, it is showing with all the gap and all, because however we gave, it will show the same. See here we are given the space, so it is showing that. So just remove that space and click on OK. Now if you see, it is showing it. Okay, so like this we can edit the tooltip. So this is about combination chart. So and one more thing, when you are remember when you are doing the dual axis, right? So if you see here, this value is showing it in the units. You see here like 200, 400, 600, 800, 1000, 1200, 1400, 1600. Correct? If you see here, it is 500, 1000, 1500 to 2000 to 2500. So if you want to make both the axes in a synchronize, okay, so in the dual axis, so how you will do it is just right click on the axis and you have an option here, synchronize axis. So just click on it. See what happens, the axis get synchronized here. So it is 500, 1000, 1500, 2000. Here also 500, 1000, 1500, 200, 2000. That means both the axes will be in sync. So when both the axes are in sync, you no need to show two types of axes, right? So just right click here and uncheck this show header. So what happens, one axis will hide. So even you can do like this. If you want to show it only one axis, you can do that, and that can be happen only in the dual axis. Okay, so here also it is showing, like, let me swap the view. Okay, so now if you see, it is showing sales like 0, 1 lakh, 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs, 4 lakhs, right? But profits, if you see, it is showing 1000, 2000, sorry, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000. If you want to make this both are in sync, you just right click here and make synchronize axis. See, the axes will get synchronized. So 50,000, 0, minus 50,000, 0, 50,000, 1 lakh, 1 lakh 50,000, 2 lakhs, 2 lakhs 50,000, 3 lakh. Here also the same axis, right? So when you have both sides the same synchronized axis, you no need to show it 2 times. So right click and uncheck the show header. Okay, so take the entire thing. So it will show, and even this measurements also you can put it here. So what happens, it will show like profits in blue color and the orange is in sales. Okay, so likewise even you can synchronize the axis for dual axes.
So what's the question on the synchronization? The first question is like we're having sales and profits, and over here when we do the sales synchronize on the sales,
Sorry,
it will be shown in the profit also. Yeah?
can we?
Instead of doing the selecting the profit and selecting the synchronize, if we perform the same thing in the sales by selecting the sales and doing the synchronize, did that make any difference?
No, because what is synchronize of axis?
Making
Synchronize of axis is
axis.
both will get sync. It is not like profit is synchronizing with sales or sales is synchronizing with profit. Okay, so what happens, both these axes will get synchronized. So whichever is the best possible way, Tableau will synchronize to it. If you are unsynchronized it, you can just remove it. See, now it is showing what, 30,000, 20,000, 10,000, 0, and 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, right? Here it is showing it in lakhs. It's if you synchronize, if you want to synchronize here, even you can do that, synchronize axis. So still it is showing what, 50,000, 1 lakh, 1 lakh 50,000. That means it will synchronize in a better way. It is not synchronizing profit with sales or sales with profit. Both will get synchronized.
It doesn't make a difference whether I select sales or whether I select profit to synchronize.
That's right. So now what did you find any difference here?
That's what I yes.
Earlier I did it with profit. Now I just synchronize with sales. Did you find any difference? No. It is saying same, 50,000, 1 lakh, 1 lakh 50,000. So you will not find any difference there. So your question is, so correct me if I'm wrong. If your question is like, if you're synchronizing profit axis with sales, and the second scenario, if you're synchronizing sales axis with profits, so will there be any difference?
No.
Is it your question?
Yeah, that's my question. Can I do the other way?
That's right. So observe it. So now the axes are not in synchronize. Correct?
Yes.
Sales has its own units like 1 lakh, and profit is having its own units, that is 10,000. Okay. So now on the sales axis, I will click on synchronize. Okay, on the sales. What is the values it has taken both sides? 50,000, 1 lakh, 1 lakh 50,000, right? 50,000, 1 lakh, 1 lakh 50,000. Now I'm doing it in undo. Okay. Now the same thing I'll do it with profit. So right click on the profit, synchronize the axis. What is the units it has taken? 50,000, 1 lakh, 1 lakh 50,000, both the sides, right? So either you do it on the sales axis or profit axis, it will not make any difference, because it is not asking what to sync with what. Correct? It is just synchronize both the axes. That's it. How you synchronize it is up to Tableau. So it will give you the best synchronized axis. Okay, and you can hide it by unchecking the show header, because both the sides it is having same axis, same units, right? Why to show that 2 times? So just hide it. So you have a lot of space. So take the entire view. See, this is the synchronized axis that you can show it.
So here I'm trying to
Okay.
understand over here, like when we go for synchronized, like I understand because it doesn't make sense if we're not able to compare the two measures if they are not in sync. So the question I'm going in my mind is like when we need to think of synchronizing, like we are having multiple measures, and that time the synchronization may come into picture. But
So when you can do the synchronize is like when you both the units are same. Okay. So like here sales, it is showing it in thousands, 10,000s, whatever it is in the numbers, right? Even the profit also was showing same, right? Like 10,000, 20,000. But there may be a case where you wanted to show, let's say the reason wise, okay, sales and discount, and make this as dual axis. Okay, so sales show it in the bar chart and discount show it in the line chart. Okay, so let me convert this view and let me take it enter view. Okay, so here if you synchronize, what is this? This discount is showing it in percentages, right? 0%, 2%, 4%, 6%. But here sales is showing what? In 50,000, 1 lakh, 1,50,000. So if you synchronize this, what happens? Just see. See, you don't see any discount line here, right? It is a flat line. You observe that?
Yes.
So here if you see the discount, what is that axis it has taken? Like 0%, 1 lakh %, 2 lakhs %. Is it 2 lakhs? Whatever the number, okay? It is 3 crore, 4 crore, 5 crore. So that happens. So synchronize is recommendable when you have both same units. Okay, in the previous example, if you see, here you have both the, like instead of discount, if you have the profits, what happens here? So just make it dual axis. See here, these are also numbers, these are also numbers, right? So in this case, you can go for dual axis and you can go for synchronized axis. See what happens here? Both the axes will get synchronized. Okay, so that is the use case when to use synchronize, when not to use the synchronize. Answers to your question?
Yes.
No. So we had seen combination charts, right? Now let's see some combination axis charts. In the combination charts, what we did, we have combined different charts in the single sheet, correct? Like it could be bar chart, line chart, or area chart, circle chart. We have combined it in single sheet, like different charts. But what is combination axis charts? If we combine different axes like individual, blended, dual, and also different charts like bar chart, line chart, circle chart in a single sheet, then it is known as combination axis charts. That means here we are combining the charts, also the axis as well. Okay, so we have the task here. Let's see how to do that.
Sir, let's do this one tomorrow.
Sorry?
Shall we do this one tomorrow?
Will it be?
Shall we do this one tomorrow?
Tomorrow, is it?
No, it's just from my point. I'm not sure.
No, because this is similar to the combination axis charts. Only thing is what we are doing it is like you have any work or you are feeling like overloaded.
No, not like that. But I thought, okay, that's fine because you are just following because it's both linking. That's the reason we are going.
Yeah, so that's the reason I don't want to break it the link. So let's finish this topic as well so that you can practice both. Okay. So the task is like I have state wise total sales and profits. I have to show it in the bar chart using the blended axis. Okay, so here I am showing bar chart in blended axis and then average discount in the circle chart in the form of dual axis. So here I am combining the charts like bar chart, circle chart, square chart, area chart, right? And similarly I am combining here blended axis, dual axis. Okay, so let's see this. So state wise total sales and profits. So drag the state into visualization. Okay, we have the states, 49 states, and drag the sales. Now I have the sales and drag the profits. So but it has to be in the form of blended axis. So how to create the blended axis?
Drag the profit to in that state.
State is not axis.
I mean,
So one thing you guys remember, dimensions will not create the axis. Okay, only the measures will create the axis. Dimensions will create the headers. Okay, so this state names are not axis, these are headers. Okay, so this is the axis, so only the measures will create the axis. So if you swap it, maybe I'm swapping every time, so you are seeing whatever is there in the y-axis is the measure, right? No. So what happens if I'm swapping like this? So now y-axis is having headers, not the axis. Okay, so sales is axis. So a simple thing to remember is dimensions will create the headers, measures will create the axis. Okay, now where to drag the profits? Into the existing axis, right? Because we need to create a blended axis. So existing axis is what? Sales here. So drag the profit into sales. Okay, so now we have two bars, like profit is 1, sales is 1. Okay, so two bars it is having. Like Arizona, it has a profit for 1 bar and sales 1 bar. Since we want to show it in the bar chart, leave it as it is. And what is the next? Average discount in the circle chart, right? So get the average discount. So just drag the discount. So now it is created individual axis, right? So we need to make it dual axis and we need to change this to circle. So go to the discount, change this chart to circle chart. And how to make the dual axis? Just
click on the
select the dual axis.
dual axis.
Okay, so here it is showing went off, like the measure values which is blended axis has to be shown in bar chart. So change it back to bar. Okay, and these are the circle. Discount is in circle. Okay, then what else you have?
Number of orders.
Number of orders in square.
Square.
So how to get the number of orders? So drag the order ID next to the measures and
So
convert this to, sorry,
that is order date.
Yep. So drag the order ID, add all members and change this to count. Okay, so put it in the end. So now I have the number of orders and that has to be in square chart. So go to the order and change it to square. Okay, so now I have the square chart. So let me increase the size bit. Yeah. And next I want to create number of customers in form of area chart, right? So how to create the number of customers? So drag the customer name and change that to count. Okay, and put it at the end. So now I have blended axis here and dual axis. I have blended, like I have made dual axis like average discount and measure values as a dual axis, and here I have the count of order ID and count of customer name. So if you see, that is also like count of customer name should be in the area chart. So go to the count of customers and change the chart type to area. Okay, and just make them dual axis. Okay, so just swap the view and take the entire view. Let me put it here. Take the entire view. Okay, so Yeah, so instead of taking entire view, let it be standard view. Okay, so now if you see the state, Alabama is there, right? So this Alabama is showing what? 61 customers, and the square is showing what? 61 order ID, like the count of order ID, and here there is not showing anything profit and all, because you can, the values are very minute. Okay, so you can see here the Alabama is having profit as 5,787, and you can see the sales, this bar, that is 19,511. So here if you see, like instead of discount, because here we cannot sync the values, right? So it is not showing you proper. Okay, so instead of discount, okay, so we have already taken. Okay, so let me remove this average of discount. Okay, now instead of discount, let me take the quantity. Okay, so here instead of discount, let me take sum of quantity in form of circle chart. So it is already in the circle chart, so let's make it dual axis. Now you can see it is showing all four here, right? So we can synchronize here, because the values you see here, it is also showing in the numbers, here also it is showing the numbers, right? So now both we can use synchronize. Okay, see here it is also showing these values, same values, but order ID same thing. So even here we can synchronize this axis. Okay, so we can hide one side, we don't want to show it. Okay, see now what it is showing, customer count of order ID, and these values are nothing but sales, quantity, profit, and here there is a, what is that one more, sales, profit, quantity. Yeah, only three. Okay, because measure values blended axis including two values, one is sales and profit, and we are making dual axis with quantity. So this three will show it in the first, right? These are the three, and next count of order ID and count of customer names are showing it here. Okay, so this is not a line chart. Okay, so this is area chart, but it is showing like a line because of your values. Okay, but actually that is area chart, you can see that, right? So customer count is showing it in area chart, but to view it looks like the line chart because of your values. Okay, so this is combination axis chart. So we are combining all the things. Okay, so this is the other task we have it, so just observe it. Okay, so now customer segment wise and category wise. So drag the segment and drag the category. What is that we wanted to show? Okay, so
Total order quantity.
total order quantity we need to show. So drag the order quantity into the visualization, and that has to be shown in the form of bar,
Bar.
right? So that is bar already. And next, average discount in line chart. So take the discount, like average of discount, and convert that into line chart. Okay, so now bar chart and line chart we have, and it has to be show it in the form of dual axis. So make it dual. Okay, so again this circle went off, so go back, order quantity, and change it to bar chart. Okay, fine. Next,
Profit ratio.
profit ratio in square
Square.
chart, and that has to be in individual axis. How to create the individual axis? So drag the profit ratio next to the measures, right? Now it is individual axis. So this is dual axis, and this profit ratio is individual axis.
Individual axis.
Okay, so profit ratio, that should be in square. So go to the profit ratio, change the bar type to square. Okay, next, profits to be in
Circle.
circle. So again drag the profit into the visualization. Now it is taken already circle chart. Okay, so leave it. And that has to be shown now in
Dual.
dual axis. So let's make this dual axis. Okay, so circle chart and the square chart, we made it in dual axis. Next, maximum sales, maximum profits in bar chart, and that has to be blended. Okay, so drag the sales and take it as a max because we need to create it max. So now we have the maximum sales and maximum profits in bar chart. So how to create, and that has to be in blended. So how to create it in the blended? So
Profits.
yeah, drag the profits and drag it into the existing axis of the sales. Okay, so this is the existing axis. So here we drop it. So it is taken maximum sales and sum of profit it is taken. Correct?
Yes.
Because by default it will take the sum. So just change the aggregation to maximum. Okay. So that has to be in bar chart, right? So here change it to bar chart. Okay, so now we have bar chart. And next, what else we have? Number of customers in area chart, right? So how to get the number of customers? So drag the customer name and change that to count. Okay, and put it at the end. Okay, so that has to be in form of area chart. So go to the customer was card, change that to area. Okay, but what is that? We need to make that as dual axis, right? So first we have created the individual axis. Now let's make it dual by selecting the dual axis. Okay, see like this. So this I don't want to have it, so just hide the card and let's take it entire view and let me swap the view. Okay, so this, let me reduce the size of it because it is taking so much of space. Okay, now this is the view. Okay, so just show it in the presentation mode. So what is that here? So we are showing quantity and discount, right? So quantity is in bar chart and discount is in line chart, and we made this dual axis. Okay, and next the profit ratio in the square chart and the profits in circle. Okay, so just let me reduce the circle size. So profit, just reduce the size of the circle. Yeah. Okay, so let's go to the presentation now. So profit ratio showing it in square and the profits showing it in circle. Okay, and then the measure values are nothing but maximum sales and maximum profits. We are showing it in the blended axis, and the number of customers we are showing it in the area chart. Okay, so likewise we can create, this is called combination axis because we have used individual axis, we have used dual axis, we have combined the blended axis, and we are using bar chart, line chart, square chart, circle chart and area chart. Right? So all the options we have used, so that's why it is called as combination axis charts.
So here I am having doubt regarding the profit ratio.
Regarding
the profit ratio, as it is mentioned in the
profit ratio.
Profit ratio in square, and the chart should be individual axis. That's fine. So if we
profit ratio is in square and profits are in circle.
No, what my doubt is like, we achieve the first requirement at the individual axis, and then again we are going for the profit in circle, and that is should be individual with dual. So that dual will be in respect to the profit ratio.
Dual is?
So dual, as you mentioned, both are in individual axis. Both should be an individual axis chart.
First see what does that mean is, first I want to show profit ratio in the square as an individual axis and profits in circle as an individual axis. Okay, so after making the individual axis, this is the additional requirement I am saying you to make it dual axis.
So dual
If you are
axis.
not making this as a dual axis, then it will show separate axes.
Okay.
Okay, so if I remove this dual axis, what happens? It will show profit ratio in separate axis like individual and profits separate like a circle, right? Just to make both in a single view, I just asked you to create a dual axis, like an additional requirement kind of. Okay.
So here, so suppose we want to make the profit as the dual axis with the total order quantity. Can we do that?
Profit with
dual axis with the total order quantity.
Total order quantity. That means you have to rearrange your things.
Yeah.
So because as I said, dual axis can be done only for two measures, right?
Yeah.
So if you want to do that, just uncheck this dual axis first and uncheck this dual axis first, then drag your profit next to quantity and make this two as dual axis and this two as dual axis. Okay, and now since the values are same, right, the quantity is showing it in thousands like numbers and profit is also showing it in numbers, so you can just synchronize the axis. Okay, and even profit ratio and the discount both are showing it in percentages, so here also you can synchronize the axis, and here also it is showing in the numbers like 10k, 20k, 30k. Here also it is showing 1k, 2k, 3k, so same, synchronize the axis. Okay, and just uncheck the header. Okay, so this also you can do it. Okay, so however you want, whatever you wanted, like it is all about your requirement, right? So I have prepared my requirement like this. If you want to prepare your requirement like this, you can do that. Okay. Yep. So this is about combination axis charts, and if you see when to synchronize the axis, like I already discussed, if both the axis units are the same, then we sync the axis. Example, both the axis should be in the percentage or millions or values like thousands, numbers. So anything, if both the axes are same, then you can do the synchronize. Okay. So this is about the working with multiple measures. So I'll share you. So any doubts before closing? I have 4 minutes next for my call, so I can clarify if anything is there. So if you don't have anything, then we are good. Okay. So I have shared you the tasks and all, so you can practice it. So with this, we are done with working with multiple measures and the multiple dimensions and all. So now in the next class, we discuss about geographic analysis. Okay. So we are done with all the 7 topics. The geographic analysis, we'll do it tomorrow.
Okay.